This one right here is about Shakur Stevenson calling out Bill Haney on capping, saying that he went to Bob Arum and asked Bob Arum for a contract extension to fight Shakur Stevenson once he gets past Vasyl Lomachenko. Yeah, said he went to Bob Arum and said, you know what? We want a fourth fight to be Shakur Stevenson, and we'll defend all our straps against Shakur Stevenson. We went to Bob Arum and we asked him, is that an option? Is Shakur Stevenson on the table? Well, we gonna talk about that, and we gonna talk about Shakur Stevenson calling Bill Haney out on his cap. Before we get into this video, make sure that you hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed to the channel. Now, if you've been keeping up with the story, you know that Bill Haney's been going around saying that Shakur Stevenson, that he don't really want no smoke with Devin. He just pulling the publicity stunt. He's bluffing to everybody in the media, to all of the fans, that he really don't want that smoke with Devin. Now, Bill Haney even came on my show. When Bill Haney came on my show, I specifically asked Bill Haney about Shakur Stevenson. And Bill Haney said, look, he's pulling the publicity stunt. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Because we went to Bob Arum behind the scenes and we asked Bob Arum for a fourth fight option with Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, we willing to extend our contract with Top Rank if we could get a fight with Shakur Stevenson. This is what Bill Haney said that he went to Bob Arum and asked about. Now, my thing is, he also said that he went to Bob Arum and asked about the winner between Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor. Now, we all know that Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor fight at 140 pounds. We also know that Bill Haney had been saying that Devin Haney has no plans at all to move up at 140 pounds this year. He says that after he gets past Vasyl Lomachenko, that he's staying at 135 to defend the titles at least one more time. Now, my thing is, why are you asking for a fight with Shakur Stevenson? That makes sense. But you also said Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor. We all know that Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor fight at 140. So if you don't have no plans to move up to 140 pounds, why are you asking for the winner for Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor? Really wouldn't make no sense to me, right? Because if you fought Teofimo Lopez or Josh Taylor, that means that you would have to relinquish your titles at 135 because you are undisputed and move up to 140 pounds. You know, so I mean, when he told me that, I'm like, well, why would he ask for both of them? So also, right, Bill Haney, he also told me that he can do what he want to do, right? He's told people that, oh man, we didn't have to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. That was just the option for us. We didn't have to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. But when you hear from Bob Arum had Vasyl Lomachenko in the contract already, right? In order for him to get that fight with George Kambosos, he was going to have to agree to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. So Bill Haney is going on these different platforms, also mine, and I rock with Bill Haney. Salute to Bill Haney. But a lot of the stuff that he's saying is not adding up. You dig what I'm saying? Now also, when questioned about Shakur Stevenson, he says, well, Shakur need to push for the fight just like he did everybody else that he said that was ducking him. He need to go behind the scenes and push for the fight hard if he want to fight Devin Haney. Because we already asked about Shakur and Bob told us that he wasn't on the table. Now, my thing is, Bill, if you're your own boss, why aren't you able to just go to Bob Arum and say, look, we want to fight Shakur Stevenson. We're going to go ahead and sign a contract extension, right, with y'all. But we want to fight Shakur Stevenson, so get that fight done. But you saying that, well, he's not an option, so we don't have no choice. We can't fight Shakur Stevenson because he's not an option over there at Top Rank. But in the same breath, you saying that you're your own boss and y'all can do what you want to do. You said that you could have pulled out the George Kambosos fight and fought Gervonta Tank Davis at whatever weight class he wanted to fight. You also said that Vasyl Lomachenko was just an option and you had a choice to choose anybody that y'all wanted to choose to fight if they accepted. It wasn't something that you had to do. So the thing is, you saying that Shakur Stevenson wasn't on the table. Why didn't you just make that decision if you your own boss? See, we all know that top rank contract you have, it's not the same type of contract that you had at DAZN. Now, over there at DAZN, you might have been able to pull some things off like that. But you ain't got the same contract like you had at DAZN. Come on, Bill. Like, just keep it 100, Bill. Like, real talk. And like I said, man, I rock with you, but we got to call it straight down the middle. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not finna play dumb. Now, also, right, all of a sudden that Shakur Stevenson calls you out, and then they interview you the next day, and all of a sudden you've been at the top ranked headquarters already asking Bob Arum about Shakur Stevenson. That sounds kind of fishy to me in itself, right? Now, everybody was wondering, we want to hear from Devin Haney. Devin Haney ain't responded. Devin Haney ain't said nothing. Now, Devin Haney, when he gets a chance to come out and speak on the situation, and I wasn't one of those that wanted to rush Devin Haney to respond to this situation, because I understand Devin Haney needs to be focused on Vasyl Lomachenko. You know what I'm talking about? I'm rocking with Devin Haney 100%, and he needs to be focused on Vasyl Lomachenko. So his main focus shouldn't be on Shakur Stevenson on Twitter or nothing else. But Devin Haney, he decided to come out and respond. And his response was, well, Shakur Stevenson is supposed to say that. Basically, like, yeah, I got all the straps. Shakur Stevenson want to be a champion at 135, so he should say that. He's supposed to say that. But Devin Haney not once said, well, me and my pops, we already talked to Bob Arum, and Bob said that Shakur wasn't on the table. We asked Bob about him already. So I don't know why Shakur is acting like that he could get that fight, because the promoter said that he not an option. So yeah, Shakur Stevenson is lying about that. He is pulling the publicity stunt. But we ain't hear that from Devin. All Devin said was, hey, you know, I ain't got no problem with it. He's supposed to be calling me out. That's what he's supposed to do if he want to fight the best. Which I agree with Devin Haney. But you didn't back up nothing that your pops was saying. Because if it was the case that you already had talked to Bob Arum behind the scenes, or your pops already had talked to Bob, you would have said that. Devin Haney would have said that. But he didn't say that. And what makes me believe that Bill Haney was capping about asking about Shakur Stevenson. Also, the energy was a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Trill Bill talk about any opponent, is, oh, we want the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Let's fight. Their slogan is, they say everything but let's fight. But when Shakur Stevenson say, hey, I want to smoke, I'll smoke you and I'm going to make it look easy, you said everything but let's fight. You talking about he got to do all type of extra stuff behind the scene and basically beg for the fight. This is what Trill Bill is saying. Why he got to beg for something that both of y'all supposedly want? If you went to Bob Arum, really, if you really went to Bob Arum, why does he got to beg for some stuff that you asking about and he's asking about? Now, I do understand that if Shakur Stevenson really wants to fight, it is his responsibility to also go to Bob Arum and say, look, Bob, I want this fight with Devin Haney. Yeah, I wasn't bluffing. I wasn't bluffing what I said when I grabbed the mic after my fight. I wasn't bluffing in my interviews. Can you make the fight happen? And then it's for all of them to sit down and see if they can make the fight happen. Also, Shakur Stevenson already had told Bill Haney to his face, why don't we all go to Bob Arum and sit down and tell him that we want to make this fight happen? Bill Haney's response wasn't, well, let's do it. He never said let's do it. So now it's time for Shakur Stevenson to come out and call Bill Haney out on his cap. If Bill Haney's not telling the truth, which I'm not in the headquarters, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? All I could go by is what Bill Haney is saying, what Shakur Stevenson has said, and what Devin Haney has said. And then I can come up with my own assumption, right? That's what I'm doing. But when I add all of these pieces together, it sounds like that Bill Haney ain't telling the whole truth. Because once again, Shakur Stevenson told Bill Haney, let's all go sit down with Bob Arum and talk to Bob all together. You know what I'm saying? We all cool. I'm cool with Devin. I got respect for you. So we can all pull up on Bob and tell him we want to fight. But Bill Haney wasn't willing to do that. So yeah, Shakur Stevenson, he got to come out if Bill Haney is capping and call Bill Haney out on this cap. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure that it's very easy for Shakur Stevenson or Jay Prince to talk to Bob Arum and ask Bob Arum, hey Bob, has Bill Haney talked to you about fighting me? And Bob gonna keep it real. I really want to hear from Bob Arum because Bob Arum, he'll let the cat out the bag. He'll tell you straight up,
I haven't spoke to Bill Haney about shit. What the hell should I know anything about a Shakur Stevenson wanting to fight Devin Haney? Haney has Vasil Lomachenko to get past.
Oh yeah, he'll tell it real quick. I'm putting the pressure on Shakur Stevenson also. I'm not just gonna sit up and call Bill Haney a liar, but it's just something in me where I don't all the way believe Bill Haney when it comes to this situation. You know what I'm talking about? I really don't. It's hard for me to believe that you went to Bob Arum and voluntarily asked for Shakur Stevenson for a fourth option. Because you contradicted yourself in that same sentence when you said that you asked for Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor winner and they fight at 140. So what you really want to do? You know what I'm talking about? And Devin Haney, he ain't said that he wants to fight Shakur Stevenson. He didn't say that at all. So you out here telling the people one thing, your son saying another thing, and Shakur saying the exact opposite. So yeah, Shakur, you need to come out and call Bill Haney on his cap if he really capping. I find a lot of that stuff that he's saying right now when it comes to fighting Shakur Stevenson hard to believe. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Who do y'all believe? Do y'all believe that Bill Haney really went to Bob Arum and asked Bob Arum about a fourth option fight with Shakur Stevenson? Or do y'all think that Bill Haney just capping? Do y'all think that Bill Haney and Devin Haney really won't smoke with Shakur Stevenson? Now, me, I think that Devin Haney will fight anybody. But do y'all think that Bill Haney really want Devin Haney to defend them straps against Shakur Stevenson? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do y'all believe that, now it's time for Shakur to come out and call Bill Haney on his cap if he capping? Drop a comment in the comment section. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And before we go, just remember one thing. If you feel offended, I'm talking to you.
You offended, I'm talking to you. They don't really wanna see shot. Going plat when I rap, I'ma clap in the beatbox. Other fellas like a weak block. Shoot a bullet and it fall to the ground when your heat drop. Ain't no competition we got. Better duck when I ride, press lines like a T5. Give me high in the treetop. I'm making love to the beat like the track got a G-spot. And I'm chewing every MC, yo. Try to run with them, but they can't keep up, bruh. What you wanna face me for? Knowing that I'm nice and I can't be tough. Any nigga feel it better than me. Got any beat and turn on my valve. Show a nigga that I'm dope like speed or coke. You catch an overdose on my style. One of the best, so I made dough. Killing the niggas who really can't flow. Moving the crowd when I say so. Try to be me, but you can't.